Factor number 2. First of all, let me know if you guys have any questions on factor number 1. If not, we're heading to factor number 2, how to match user intent. What do I talk about when I refer to great content, great relevant content, blah, blah, blah? What is that? Well, I was reading an interview yesterday with Google's webmaster trends analyst, a guy who works at Google called Martin Split. And what he said is, let's read that together. You have to have really good content. And that means you have to have content that serves a purpose for the user. It's something that users need or want. Optimally, they need it and want it like ice cream. So if your content says where you are, what you do, how you help me with what I'm trying to accomplish, that's fantastic. Meaning, your content has to be awesome. It has to match the user's intent. It has to be relevant, and it has to be in-depth, user-friendly, unique, authoritative, trustworthy, aligned with user search intent. These are all abstract ways of saying the same thing. Just whatever it is that you're creating, make it with intention. So if you decide that you want to rank for the keyword on-site SEO ranking factors in your blog, write a good blog post about that. What is a good blog post? Think about it like if you're a user searching for that exact keyword. What would you like to see? What would you like to read about? Usually, it doesn't have to be like that, but usually tends to be the case that these types of contents, they are a little bit longer, they are a little bit more in depth. Sometimes we use videos, sometimes we use just text only, and it can be great, that's fine. I'm talking about quality, which in consequence ends up turning out in, becoming a long form type of content. Okay, you're like, okay, you're talking about blog posts. Now, what do I do with my product page? How can I make my content be awesome? Well, again, is the description of your product good enough? Do you have the measurements of the product? Do you have shipping information? Do you have price? You have the essentials, really. This is great content, is kind of like meeting the essentials and going a little bit beyond. Probably sounds a bit abstract. So let's take a look at one. No, I have one example, but that's not now. That's in the next slide. So coming back to the in-depth thing, this is just an interesting statistic that I wanted to show you guys. This is the position of a website on Google, right, from 1 to 10. And this is the average content length. What do we see by this graph? We understand that websites that typically rank on top 3 or rank in the first page in the beginning of the SERPs, right, the beginning of the organic results, are long form contents. Again, it does not have to be like that. Quality doesn't mean quantity. You don't have to write a Bible or whatever, if just because you feel like you have to. But it's an interesting thing to show you that in-depth content usually tends to be longer. And if you're creating blog posts or other types of content, maybe consider adding that extra level of information that is basically, it can be exactly what your user wants to see. Let's see one example of what I consider great content. This is an e-commerce, they sell plans. I show you guys this example in the slide before. Let's click on it. And can you guys see my screen as well? Patch plans. This is what you should be seeing the website from Patch Plans. Please let me know if not. Cool. Okay. Now I just saw the chat now. That's crazy. I didn't know where the chat was located in my screen, but now I found it. Awesome. All right. Patch Plans, as I was telling you, they sell plants, right? And they have an awesome section on their website dedicated to plant care. And I think they are number 2 on Google when it comes to plant care. If I'm not wrong, I did this search yesterday, and that's I think that was either number 1 or number 2 on how to care for your plants. Take a look at the content that they have for this keyword. They have someone called Alice, who is apparently a plants expert and teaches you everything you need to know about taking care of your plants. They have a full course here on plant care with a lot of video content. They have some CTA, some call to action for us, sign up in case you don't have time to watch the course. They have guides, right? Look at how cool this is. I'm so excited when I see this kind of stuff, because these are informational intent keywords. Let's click in one of them. How much should I water my plant? I have plants here at home. They die within 2 weeks after I buy them. I don't know how much water I should give to my plant. So that's where I should go to, really, if you know, as a user. They have a video here. They have some text. They have an infographic. This is awesome. An image, right? Some more text here. And they have their product on the side, because you just read the text. No, you might be interested in buying my plant, right? So what this is showing me that really you can create awesome content for whatever it is that you do as a business. I had a client that was a moving company. Okay, there is only so much you can talk about moving, right? And trucks and stuff like that. Well, there is a lot of cool stuff that you can talk about when it comes to moving and transportation services. We did moving guides. What do you need to know when you move from Sydney to Brisbane? I was living in Australia at the time. There's a lot of content you can create about whatever it is that you do as a business. I don't care. There is awesome content that you can create. You can target informational keywords, and you can position content in a way that maybe the user is not going to buy right away. Maybe the user is not going to close the deal right away, but maybe they will after. And the cool thing about it is that really becomes a resource. So every single time I'm thinking about how to take care of my plants, I'm going to come back to this website because I know that they are good. And this also increases the chances of a user buying stuff, right? If I keep coming back to this website over and over again, and I bookmark it and whatever, you know, it increases the chances of people buying. Now, in saying that, I'm not saying that you need to do video, you need to create a full course, you need to do this and that. Take it easy if you're just getting started. But put an effort into providing your user what they want, okay? Patch Plants is definitely going above and beyond, but you don't have to do a full course about your services. You can start increasing content in your page slowly, and you can start by just having a great product page, you know, just not, why not? All right, cool. Now we took a look at one example from Patch Plants. I'd have the same image here. And here is an image of their product page. Their product pages are also really good. They're basic, and they just answer what the user needs, which is they want to know, okay, I want to buy a water can. There's the price, there's that's my back, there's the title, and there's some description about the product, and that's it, right? So give users what they want. You don't have to make confusion in your head. Just think about what do they want when they search for this keyword and give them that.